I'm a little late to the trend, but today we're going to talk about gold foil pickups. They look super cool and definitely sound a little bit different than our usual single coil or humbucker options. I'm Eric Haugen. Check the description box below for the exact details about, the sound tools I'm using today, links to my Patreon page, and also my TrueFire courses. It's all on my website. The term gold foil refers to a category of vintage or vintage reissue pickups originally from low-cost guitars. They look cool and sound slightly different than our usual single coil or humbucker choices. Like many things, it's unclear who could be credited with inventing the gold foil. Some would say it's Harry DeArmond at Rowe Industries in Toledo, Ohio, or maybe it was over at the Taisco factory in Japan. It's in the late 50s and early 60s when we start to see the characteristic gold foil make its appearance on guitars like the Taisco Del Rey or the Stratotone Jupiter. Because these pickups were installed in student model or budget guitars, they weren't really thought of as good pickups, especially compared to like the Fender single coils of the day or the Gibson PAFs. They tended to be flatter across the frequency response, not as much personality, and prone to microphonics and feedback. But hold on, that's a general statement because every so often those pickups could be just filthy, nasty, deadly rippers. I can remember I had a Silvertone Bobcat or Harmony Bobcat. I think they might have been made at the same factory. The neck was garbage on it, but those gold foils in that guitar were deadly. I think that's the draw, and that's why people sought them out. Like they're like, I want that funky old sound. Now to get a little more technical, I'm going to let my friends over at Lawler Pickups, that's what these are, talk about what's going on under the hood there.
Hey everyone, I'm Kevin. I'm the production manager and a designer here at Lawler Pickups. I'm going to take a minute to talk about the gold foil, one of our coolest and best sounding products that we offer. It starts with a very thin bobbin and it gets wound with thin wire to produce a coil like so. Then we use a rubberized ceramic magnet like this. It's almost like a refrigerator magnet, and that goes onto a coil plate. And the final subassembly that has all of those parts together has screws. As you can see, they're sort of off to the side of the coil and the magnet, so they actually play a very little role in the overall production of the tone, but they've got an aesthetic appeal. And also the cover looks really cool. That has foil that sits underneath, and it has rivets that pass through, and they get hammered into a base plate underneath. We also make this base plate in a style that can be used with a soap bar ring, so if you have a guitar with P90s, you can get that brilliant shimmering gold foil sound.
So by comparison, Strat pickups have individual Alnico pole pieces. Now, Alnico means aluminum, nickel, cobalt, and there's several different blends of that. I think Alnico 2 is the most vintage, but some vintage Gibsons are Alnico 5. It's a whole thing. It's a whole road you can go down with specifically what magnets go in your pickup. I've been there, done that. It's actually really fun. It's totally a fun thing to do, to be like, no. I like it to be 2 and 5. No, 2 in the neck, 5 in the bridge. No, 5 anyway. The other thing about Strat pickups is they don't have a metal base plate. Well, this Radio Shop one does. But usually Strat, well, actually here we can look at it. That is a vulcanized fiberboard, top and bottom, bobbin. So that's no metal base plate usually on Strat pickups. I mean, that's cool that the Radio Shop puts it on this one. That's a difference. Now, there's two people I think of when I think of gold foil pickups, and that's Mark Ribot and Ry Cooder, and they're two of my favorite players. I think we can see how Ry's Coodercaster served as inspiration for this guitar. And by the way, what is this guitar? This is a Carl Longbottom custom build. It's actually hollow. It's a hollow Strat. He makes these, he's in North England, Yorkshire. It's a lovely guitar, great neck. The thing is, I have 2 Strats. Lucky me. So I thought it would be fun to pull the original pickguard out of this. Yeah, and these were good pickups. Were these also British pickups, Radio Shop pickups? It sounded good, but like, again, 2 Strats. So I thought it would be fun to see what happens, if I put gold foils in one and leave. These are actually really good pickups in this one. Tom Brantley rewinds. He's down the road from me in North Carolina. So they're both two very good guitars. Now one is Lawler gold foils and the other is Tom Brantley, just very 50s spec Strat pickups. I love them both. I opted not to do the Valco string through bridge pickup like Rye has, just in case I ever want to palm mute. Like the string through thing kind of blocks that from happening. Those do sound cool though. Okay, since we're talking about Strat pickups and gold foils, let's compare the two in an A-B shootout kind of way. So let's listen out for that kind of even frequency response from the gold foils versus the zingy kind of, I don't want to say thin, but yeah, zingy response of a Stratocaster. And that's going to become more and more prevalent the more overdrive or fuzz we add. All right, let's start with the neck pickup, clean. The neck pickup with the amp overdriving a little bit. Keep that overdrive going and let's check out the bridge position. Now, because for me, gold foils are associated with Rye Cooter, let's do some slide. Okay, yeah, it's Mick Taylor. Let's hear what these two pickups sound like together. This one is wired up. It sounds like, what is it? Their series or parallel? I always forget. Series is where you put the two together and they become a humbucker. Parallel is when they stay single. I don't remember, but it sounds to me, I'll have to double check. It sounds like these are still two separate pickups, like two single coils. There you have it. Sound cool, look cool. They bring in that retro flavor, that flat frequency response that definitely, as you add overdrive, I think really becomes interesting. Hey, if you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and share. Costs you nothing, and it helps me out a lot when people do that. One more time, how my business works. Patreon is where there's every backing track I've ever made, live Q&A, seminars, and more. I update that every week, and I also make comprehensive deep dive courses. You can check it all out on my website. As Bill and Ted would say, be excellent to each other. That includes yourself. Now, I'm publishing this video on Sunday, so good luck with your Sunday scaries.